What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Chops with his first ever YouTube video, and for today we are gonna be starting a new football manager let's play where we are gonna be Charlton Athletic, who are in the game predicted to finish rock bottom of the championship, and I just want to try get them into the Premier League in maybe a couple of seasons and then try to get some more glory in there. I don't really know too much about Charlton, so I'll have to learn. I recognize some of these players, such as Johnny Williams. I recognize Cullen, Samfield, Andre Green. He's from Villa, right? Just some of these players I recognize, obviously McGeady, and some of them I just don't recognize at all. Lyle Taylor, I know. So yeah, we're gonna get going with this. We're gonna go with this managerial style because that's what I just always go with, and we're gonna start playing. So now, over here on the board, Charlton Athletic hire Chopra. Blah 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 blah. I always skip these. This could be interesting because I don't know too much about the team. But we'll look more into it during this episode. Today, I mean, in this season, we're just expected to fight bravely against relegation, so not too much pressure on us. I think for this series, we won't have every game going up. We'll play some off camera, but we'll have some of the bigger games on. We're not gonna do this because I can't be bothered. I don't play friendlies very often, but since I don't know the team very well, I might. I also do have a Sunderland save, which I'm in season 9 in, where I'm in the Premier League and the Champions League, but I don't really want to play that on camera because I'm already in season 9. So we're just gonna go with Charlton here, and I'll see you guys after the game is done saving. Alright, so we're back here. Right away we've got Charlton players in last year of contract. This guy seems like he could do a job in the Premier League maybe. Yep, potential to be a Premier League centre mid and already 2.5 stars. We need to improve this over here. Let's see if anyone's got anything good. 9, 13. Doesn't look very good for us here. So I assume this guy's the best. We're going to give this guy a new deal. Squad player right now. Let me have a look at his stats. He has good stats for his position, but he definitely can't play very defensive because of his tackling and his positioning and all of that. He's not great physically with the strength and not great stamina, but definitely warrants a new contract. Try to sign him up for 4 years. Remove this. Remove this. Appearance fee will knock that down. Goal bonus will knock that up. Unused sub will knock that up because I think he's one who I'd like to use it a lot. We'll just knock that down. I'd like to have round numbers, so yep, that should be good. The rest here I think we'll look into throughout the season, but I just need to make sure he stays. Lyle Taylor's another one who I know a bit about. He'll probably start up front. We'll accept the current vision. I'm not sure how much money we have, so that could be interesting. Let's go and have a look. 2.5 million, which is not that bad to be honest. Because I was gonna do Birmingham, but they had like 200k, which is basically like, what can you do with 200k? So I'm gonna go set up a tactic, and then I'm actually no. First, we're gonna look through the squad. We only have one goalkeeper. Oh no, I didn't sort properly there. So first we're just going to run through the squad real quick. Ben Amos, who seems to be our first or second choice keeper, along with Dylan Phillips. I think I'm going to start Dylan Phillips just because he has potential to grow a bit more. If we compare the two, Dylan Phillips is definitely better all round, except for the speed and physical, which aren't so important because I think that I'm just going to play him as a goalkeeper, not a sweeper. But Ben Amos is also on a lot more than double than Dylan Phillips, so that could be interesting. So those two will fight it out. Let's just have a look at some of the key players. So Tom Lockyer, valued at 2.7 million, which is our whole budget. He's not too quick for my liking, but he doesn't dive into tackles and stays back. He has very good positioning for this level, great heading, and he could improve a little more. Only 24. It's his first year here, so it'll be interesting. He is ranked as our best defender. Put that there. Lyle Taylor we had a bit of a look at. Johnny Williams, I know him a lot from Sunderland Till I Die. A very good Netflix series if you haven't already. He'll definitely be one who I try to build a team around. But he is injury prone, right? Yep, could have real problems with injuries, which is a major concern. I was gonna say minor, but it's really not minor. But yeah, he'll definitely have to find a way in the team. Josh Cullen's on loan. I don't really want to look at the players on loan here. Tomer Hamed, I know him from Brighton. Decent striker. We've already got Lyle Taylor though, who we're gonna have a deeper look at now. He's just so well rounded for this level. Good finishing, good first touch, decent heading, very good physically. Last season he scored 21 goals in the championship. I mean in League One, because they just got promoted, which is very good. But yeah, Aiden McGeady's another crucial one, I think, because I think he might start, or I might just terminate loan if I can, 28 days later. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with McGeady. We pay him 12,000 a week, which is a lot for us. Could be some free wages. Also, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go over to reports, and we're gonna have a look at some potential. So these guys are on loan. So yeah, we don't have anyone with real potential in the first team. In the youth teams, we've got quite a few actually. Lapsy probably could make it in the Prem. Might even make it in our first team. This Glad was the guy, right, who I just gave the new contract to. I think I'm gonna move him up to the senior team. I definitely feel he's one of our best prospects coming up. And in the under 18s, we've got one Aaron Henry, who's another center mid. So very good in midfield, it seems. In here, Albie Doughty, they think a lot of midfielders. I don't know. Left back wise, let's check. Oh, we just got one. Purrington. What's this Matthews guy? Right back. Alright, so we're gonna move up to the senior team, and then I'm gonna be back whenever I fill out. I'll be back for the first game of the season. Alright, we are back now on the day of the Blackburn game. We have made all of our signings, and we have set up our tactic. We've made a completely custom one, so we'll go through our tactic first. We're going to hide all members of the team so you guys don't see that. It's more of a counter-attack, fast-paced style. 4-3-3, probably the most successful system for me in the game. If you want to look at these, this is what we got so far. I'm not sure what to put on here. And I'm not sure whether I want to put the passing darkness up to more direct or keep that standard, because I think that with some of our signings we kind of have a chance of mid-table, so I don't want to play too negatively. And we've done that as well. So next up, let's go over to the transfers. Transfer history. Let's put the dates. Right. And then let's have a look. So we've only made 2 sales so far. The first one that we made was Nabi Sarr, who was a center back. When I looked over him, I thought he was a bit too slow for my liking personally, because the other center back was already decently slow, the one that was for sure in the first team. This guy is very good at the defending side of things, but the 11 marking, 11 tackling kind of let him down, and we got 450k from him, which was, well, undisclosed, so we don't know how much they paid for him, but that was a good one. And then the next one was a little more controversial, but he was on I don't know how much it was, but it was too much for a backup striker. He was on a free. He came on a free. He hadn't even played a game yet, and we sold him for 1.4 million. That can rise to 1.8. He was always going to be backup, and we already had Aneke, who's decent as a backup, and Bona, I don't know how you pronounce that, who's played pretty well in preseason. For a guy of his level, he's definitely not going to start because he's not very good. But yeah, Tomar Hamed, I had him in a Brighton save a couple of FMs back, and he was very good. But 32 now, he wasn't going to be part of the future, so he's gone to Ulsan in the K League. Now going on to our signings. To start off with, the first one was for the future. We signed Isaac Bergman Johansson, who I might loan out. I might keep him in for the season. He is our 12th best center mid, so I think I will loan him out. But he has pretty good potential, and his stats right now are not too bad. I am gonna put him on the. Oh wait, I can't loan him out. He's too young. I think he's gotta he's gotta turn. He's gotta reach his next birthday basically, because he needs to sign that professional contract, obviously. Reports wise, the only con was that he's very one-footed and has to work on his tackling, but I think he's gonna play more of that attacking kind of midfielder, which in a tactic would be this advanced playmaker on the right, which is very carefully placed on the right because of a certain someone we've got who prefers to play on the right over the left. Next up, when looking at the team at first, I thought we were lacking a right winger, or just like a classy winger in general, so I went with Sir Siriki Dembele, who was brought to me by my scouts. Peterborough have made quite the profit on him. They've made like over about 10 times, a little more than 10 times. But I think he's perfect for where we're trying to go. He's quick. The only con is that stamina and maybe that strength. His current ability says he's the leading player for most clubs, but as that right winger, there wasn't really anyone because Andre Green was already gonna start over here, probably over McGeady. He does some things, but yeah, Siriki is in the club. We also signed George Evans, who's a CDM, who I also signed for with Sunderland, but he was the only one who came in at a very good price for this level. He's just 24 years old, so a little bit of room to grow. Maybe not enough to make him a Premier League player for when we go there, because that is the final aim. Well, that is the aim for now. Till we get there, that is the aim, obviously. He comes in, and he's, for me, gonna start in midfield. David Davis is on loan here, and Sam Field is also on loan here, and I'm not a big fan of starting a lot of different loan players. So I think he's gonna stay in. Next up, we had like a little one from the head of youth development, I think, Jake Kenyon. Nothing special, but yeah, we're also looking at Dion Pereira, who's ended up at Portsmouth, and we were also looking at Aaron Ramsey, but not the one from Juventus, the one from Aston Villa, who we even had come on a trial here, but then I screwed up the wage demands, and yep, he said no, and now Villa are wanting a bit too much for what we have left. But yeah, we might still go in for him. We've also signed a free agent, probably one of the most underrated signings, because he's going to come in and maybe even start on the left-hand side. Yassine El Ghanassi. He's just very well-rounded. When I saw him, I thought that we needed to sign him. Again, the problem is the stamina and the strength in the physical stats. I think that's a little bit of a problem throughout the team. Andre Green, he's more of that physical nature, and I think McGeady is a little more, but the two new signings, that's really their weakness. But yeah, I think he at this level could be a good player to start some games, to be on the bench. And we've also got one more signing, I think, that we're looking to make. Yep, Alexander Pantic, who we're looking to sign on a free as well, because we're a bit lacking on center backs. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that one, but it won't happen before the game because of a work permit problem. That will be on the 5th. So before we play Stoke, we'll know if we have him or not. And then another sale we're looking to make is Darren Pratley, who has had an 83k plus bid accepted from Shrewsbury and are now in contract Hawks. Well, 70k rising to 105. So yeah, we're looking to get rid of those two. We have the fitness test coming in. Adam Matthews, who is probably our first choice right back, is not available for the game. But yeah, I haven't set up the team because I wanted to do that with you guys, just to run you guys through it a little bit. So in goal to start off is going to be Dion Phillips. I think I'm going to start to prefer him over Amos to start off the season. I was looking for another goalkeeper because this guy's not good enough to be third choice, but I wasn't sure if it'd be worth spending on a goalkeeper when we have two people who can probably do it for a season or two here. Um, he's been at Charlton all his life, so um, Charlton fans will probably love him. I don't really keep up with Charlton too much, to be brutally honest, so I wouldn't know too much about that. At right back, obviously he's out injured, so Chris Solly, who I believe is the club captain, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Chris Solly is the club captain. Um, he's right now our backup right back because I don't think he's that great in terms of the technical stats. Mental wise, he's brilliant, and that's why I chose him as captain. I took the captaincy off one of the center backs. I don't remember who because I wasn't looking to use them that much. I'm sure over here I'll figure out his name. We have again just the center backs. I think it's this lad who I've taken it off. Yep. This lad, I took him off the captaincy. I didn't really want to use him, but no one's come in for him. So at center backs, we've got Lockyer, and I believe it's Deji Oshilaja. And I chose Deji to partner up this lad because he's a little bit faster. Because if you notice, Lockyer is pretty slow at the back, and is more of the Maguire type, and I think a little bit of a faster center back. And we're also looking to sign Pantic, who's decently quick as well in comparison, who could partner up with him. At left back, we're going to go with Ben Purrington, I think, to start the season. If I'm not mistaken, yep, Ben Purrington is the one who's going to start the season. Not much to say about him. Hopefully he just plays well. At CDM, we're going to have our first new signing who we still need to register. So I need to go and auto-select that and get him and Yassine in. Also, a quick update on the medical center before I forget. Lewis Page, who is one of the left backs, who was actually going to be the first choice, but then I heard about this injury and he went down, I think, half a star. He's out for 7 weeks to 3 months. This lad's out for a while, 4 to 7 weeks, who might have started in midfield, but I was thinking of selling him because 6k a week for a backup player, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep him, but now I think I'm going to take him off that transfer list. Some clubs were interested, but no one was really paying the money that we needed. At box-to-box midfielder, we're going to go with how long is... I completely forgot about Josh Cullen being injured. Oh yeah, he's good to go, so that won't be a problem. Josh Cullen will start there along with Johnny Williams, who's the key player for me. He's playing on the right because he does prefer to be on the right in a two-man pairing. He's playing in that advanced playmaker role. His stats are probably a bit too good for this level. For like our team, it's definitely a championship player, but for our specific team, he's probably a level too high. As I said earlier, I know him a lot from Sunderland till I die. He's another one whose stamina and strength's not very good, and that does show with the problem with injuries, which is kind of prominent in our team. On the left, this one was really up to the last day because we've got four brilliant wingers on the left. But I'm gonna go with Andre Green to start off the season just because of that stamina. I don't want him to be forced into making a change there because Sikari is definitely gonna start on. Siriki is definitely gonna start on the right. Up front, not much of an option. Lyle Taylor on the bench. Let me just quick pick it and see what they come up with. Who have they left out? I want to have Yassine on there. Let's remove this lad. Matt Smith. He's not bad as well, Matt Smith. Maybe he can be that ball-winning midfielder if Evans doesn't play well. But yeah, I think Yassine will have to be on the bench because Dembele will have to come off at a stage. Probably Johnny Williams will have to come off at a stage because of that stamina problem. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this team. Albie Morgan is one of the youngsters who I'm looking to grow, so he is going to make his way onto the bench over, let's take off Bona, and then do we have another center back, because I want to force him out of the club. Actually, no, we'll keep him on the bench for now. But yeah, this is going to be our first ever starting lineup in the championship. But quickly, once again, before I forget, let's run through some of the friendlies. I did play them. I saw the highlights for most of them. So 5-1 win, not much to say. It's against the under 18s, not even under 23, so it doesn't really matter. 2-1 win over Aberdeen. Aberdeen, who are a very underrated team, going into that Europa League knockout stage. So that's a big win in my opinion. Then 2-2, which was disappointing because I've never heard of Estoril, to be brutally honest to them. So I was pretty disappointed with that. But then we bounced back 7-1 against Bromley, 4-0 and 3-1. Bona scored 4 goals in 1 start and 4 sub appearances. Andre Green got a couple. But yeah, overall I think it was very good. So we're going to submit the team. Yassine El Gassi needs one. He was one of the later signings. We're going to give him 77. Need that winger number. We're not going to play on 2D. I mean on 3D. We're going to play 2D and then have some highlights on. So assertively, what I usually go with is the second option here. And then you do all of these. You go here, passionately. Second option. Usually it works a little better than that. We're going to ask assistant to do that. We're going to kick off. We're going to play. And then we're going to change this around quickly. So 2D classic. We'll do extended for game 1. And do that. Replay events. Goals. Missed penalties. Not interested in that. Not interested in that. And we'll do behind goal. I don't really know. We'll play around with the replay camera because I don't really use it that much. But yeah, we've got our match stats set up. And yeah, we're going to kick off. So we're playing Blackburn. We haven't really looked at their team, so let's have a quick look at that. They've got Chadwick Christian Walton, it is. Thought it was Chadwick for a second, not sure why. Seems like he's a very good player for a championship side. He is on loan from Brighton though, so yep. Nyambe I've heard of. He's a very good right back on the game. Adarabayo, he's my captain I think at Sunderland in my 9th season. He's brilliant. He's my backup center back now, but he was one of my first choices. Lenningham is also very good. Damn, their team is very good. Tavares is also very good on loan. They got him. I wasn't really looking at loan deals too much. We're just going to look if they... Oh, this Travis guy could be very good as well. Mentally brilliant. Yeah, their team looks very good. Who's this Gallagher? Sam Gallagher. Good team overall, but hopefully the tactics can prevail today. Here's Nyambe. Porrington clears it. Falls to Lenningham. I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut up these games, but I think I'm gonna just cut it up a bit so you guys don't watch the whole game. And you guys just watch some of the key moments. Here's Taylor. Dembele, Andre Green, and it's 1-0 to Charlton. And before we move on and watch the replay, I want to see where Blackburn are predicted to finish. They're predicted to finish 8th, so beating 8th place as of now. We're predicted to finish 23rd. People think we're going to play a 4-4-2, which would be very basic of me and probably would work. Here's the highlight. I think I like this angle. Taylor plays the ball back to Dembele, shot blocked, and Andre Green scores. Dembele does get the assist for that, but it's a brilliant goal to start off the season. If Dembele scored, it would have looked nicer, but as long as we got the goal, I'm happy. Here's another highlight. Nyambe into Dak. Cleared out. Can Johnny get there? I'm a bit worried whenever Johnny's in those situations for the injury. Played across goal, but couldn't hit the back of the net from there. Here's Gallagher into Armstrong. Good tackle, but it falls straight back to them. It's a corner. Oh no, I haven't set up my corner stuff. It's cleared away though, and Dembele now on the break. Finds Taylor. Counter-attacking opportunity. Taylor. Purrington. Josh Cullen. Off the bar. That was brilliant counter-attacking stuff, the way we moved the ball from one end of the pitch to the other really quick. Catching from the game there. Here's Cullen with a set piece. And Lyle Taylor, I'm not sure how you say his first name, but Taylor scores and now it's 2-0 and we're playing brilliant stuff. Here, Cullen, can we move this? No, we can't. Taylor at that back post. Who's this defender? Adarabayo. He just loves me. Giving us the goal. They're playing with very deep, very big gap from midfield and attack, which is very interesting. Anyway, here's Phillips on the ball. I have my goalkeeper playing it short, rolling it out, and playing it to center backs or full backs. Here's Dembele to Williams, looking for a ball, but doesn't find it. Stuart Downing, that isn't it? On a yellow already. Here's Tavares, Johnson, Armstrong in the box, Stuart Downing, Travis Armstrong, and Lockyer clears it away. That was some pressure put on there, but that's why Lockyer is in there as center back in my opinion. But we need to get used to this. We're going to be faced up with a lot of pressure probably to start off the season till we start getting our fluidity going. They've got a throw in, cleared. Tavares blocked off his own player. And it goes back to Johnson. Good cross. No, 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 get it out. And it's a corner. Blackburn starting to get themselves back in this game. Lenihan, and it's over the bar. We're going to actually put a shout in. Oh, we're going to tell them to... We're going to praise them. Make sure they know that what they're doing right now is what we want them to be doing. Don't want to overcomplicate things by telling them something before halftime. We're going to passionately say I'm very happy with the way things are going, lads. Because I am. Another free kick for Blackburn. Cleared. Armstrong over the bar. Tactically speaking, we could drop our wingers into midfielders. We could go a little more defensive, obviously, but I always feel like when you go more defensive in this game, it doesn't work too well because we just invite more pressure, and it's not what we want to do when we're already inviting enough pressure, in my opinion. Another shot. Johnson doesn't quite hit the target. This is the stage of the match where I'm expecting some of our players to start losing a lot of stamina because they're just not that fit, some of them, like Dembele, but here he is again. He got the assist for the first goal, and he almost gets another one. Another brilliant cross. The front three showing why they've picked themselves today. Lenihan again. Good save by Phillips. That was the opportunity Blackburn needed to take. We're currently second in the league, but obviously it doesn't really matter after one game. But yeah, if we can keep playing like this on the break, then we can definitely be in around mid-table, and definitely we won't be getting relegated if we play like this throughout the season. Let's make our first change. Dembele was coming off for El Ganassi, who on that right, he is a winger. His stats are very, very promising, I think. Dembele, we need to make sure that he doesn't play too much because he needs to be fit for some of the important games throughout the season. I'm not really sure who we play soon. Cullen's stamina is brilliant. If West Ham want to sell him at the end of the season and we are in with a shout for promotion, definitely be an option. Just checking something. Alright, I think Albie Morgan will also come on soon enough. But yeah, first up, get El Ganassi on for his debut. Move the ball around and just... What is that pass? Don't give them a free goal. Just over. We've really invited a bit too much pressure, in my opinion, in the second half. What's up with Parrington? Why is he so tired? He's got brilliant stamina. Oh, why is he there? Why is it gone like that? Anyways, we're gonna make our second change. Johnny Williams isn't actually that tired, but I will want to take him off because we don't want to risk an injury when you're 2-0 up to one of your best players. Actually, 9 stamina, 6 strength, 6... Oh no, natural fitness is good. How about his natural fitness? Yep, natural fitness wise, they're decent, but need something else. Need a little more stamina in there. I'm just looking at some of these players. Do we want to bring on McGeady? 19 minutes to go. I think it's between McGeady and this Neke. We're going to make a double change, bring on McGeady and Albie Morgan for the last 20 minutes of this one. This Travis guy for Blackburn has been their best player, who I did look at before the game and think he was very good, I think, if he's the 21-year-old one. Good stuff from McGeady, but doesn't fall for Cullen properly, and Blackburn just mounting the pressure. It seems like it's only a matter of time till they get their goal. Downing! What a scorcher now. I don't know what to do. What do we say here? Because we can't really demand more. Let's just encourage, maybe? Not sure. What a strike this was, though. Let's speed up a bit. From the edge of the box. I feel like there are a bit too many wonder goals in this game, no? This Travis is the 21-year-old, right? Oh, nope, they've got another attack. Downing, cleared, but not very convincingly cleared for us. It's Taylor. Taylor, can you wrap it up? Taylor, oh, so close. What a moment that could have been. That could have won us that. That could have been the winning effort. But now pressure's back on us, because they are just going to keep mounting the ball forward. They do have probably the better players on the pitch. Ganassi, Evans, Cullen, Morgan. Who was that to, Albie? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Cullen with a free kick. Can't get on the end of it. Oshilaja finds Cullen. Oh, thought he had that in the back of the net. 1 more minute to hold on. I would have taken a draw to start with, but not after we put ourselves 2-0 up. Solly with a brilliant tackle. Lockyer. Oh, kick it out of play. Not for a corner. Lockyer is the man to win it, though, and it's Purrington. It's Purrington. He's still going. on the wrong, and that's the highlights over. Could this be it? Blow it. Ref blow it as soon as it reaches Solly, Morgan, Evans, McGeady, and that should be it. I thought that was it. There it is. We've won our first game against the odds. Passionately. That was really special. Nobody gave us a chance. Man of the match, somehow they've given it to Downing. Just because he scored one good goal when it really should have gone to one of our wingers, in my opinion. Because I thought whenever they got the ball in the game, they were brilliant. But everyone's happy after that. Charlton fortunate to beat Blackburn. I don't really care if we're fortunate or not. We're a talkative manager. Green scores on his debut. Let's see how much they'd want for him. 20 million. Don't think we can do that. Let's attend the press conference. We're putting box. What did he say? He's got plenty to work with, and I can see him holding it. Thank you for the kind words. Oh, let's say this. We want to seem like a bit of a nice guy with a bit of an attitude sometimes. You under significant, if you look past the shots, let's say that. It was a great match. Yep, I thought his debut was brilliant. Andre Green, it was good to see him find the net, and I'm eager to see. I thought he played well, but no better than 5 or 6 others on the field. Let's have a look at the schedule because we need to see when we're gonna come back for our next episode. Why is this not separated by months? That's how I always have it. Anyways, I'll look into that right after I finish recording. Stoke, where are they predicted to finish? If they're in the top 6, I think we'll have to come back for that. No, Stoke are 14th. I think we'll stay. We won't do Stoke. Let's come back for Forest and Brentford, maybe. Because they're 2 teams looking for promotion, aren't they? Oh, and then we could do Reading, maybe do 3 episodes, 3 games in 1 episode. So yeah, we'll play, I think it will be Forest Brentford next. And then we'll come back for Leeds and Wigan, or Leeds and Swansea. But overall, I think that was a successful first game. Between now and the next episode, we'll see whether we can get Alexander Pantic. We'll see what happens with Darren Pratley. And maybe even we sign a new player to play in one of the fullback roles. I'm not too sure because Lewis Page is out for probably at least 2 months. 2 to 3 months. And this Parrington lad, I'm not sure about him. But yep, that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.